Hello and welcome. Today we are going to be doing a quick review and unboxing of the F2 dual monitor screen extender. So first we're just going to go ahead and get the box open. We can take this protective slide off first. We'll leave this over here and then we'll take the top off and see what we have inside. There should be an extra layer of protective foam here. So first we'll see with the carrying case, we have a nice strap here. It makes it very portable and easy to take it with you, whether it's going to work or on a business trip. So we can lay that down here first. Also made of nice leather. Next we have our user guide and instruction manual. As you can see here, we'll leave this over on the table. And then we have a couple cords that we'll look at. So we have two TypeC, normal Type-C. We can leave those here. We have two HDMIs. We can leave these here as well. And then lastly, we have two USB to Type-C. So next we're going to open up our traveling case and get our monitors out. So this is a little bit heavy, so be careful when taking this out. So we'll set our travel case over here first. Before we remove our monitors, we'll take these two braces and lift these up. These can actually be rotated 360 degrees for whatever angle you prefer while you're working. And then to take the monitors out, it's quite easy. So you'll just press once on the top one and pull it out. So these two monitors are both 14-inch 1080p display. So one good thing about this brace is that you can actually set your laptop directly on top of it, and then both of your monitors will be here on both sides. This is a nice product for anyone that works at home or even working in the office. It's good for doing programming, looking at stocks. If you're someone like me who shamelessly watches Netflix whenever you're working, any of these sort of use cases will be great for you. So before we put our laptop on top of this, there's actually a place on the back here where you can set an angle for your brace. For me personally, I like to have a little bit of an arc whenever I type. So we'll sit this back down. And in case your laptop is a little bit larger than the standard, there's these two tabs here that will actually extend down to give extra support for your computer. And this can also be adjusted from 12 to 17 inches. So as we pull this out, we can see that the actual brace expands. And then if your laptop is smaller, obviously, you can scale it down to size. So next we're going to be installing our screen extender. So I actually have my left one on here. So we're going to take the right one. Make sure to just line it up with your brace, slide it in place, and push down slightly to lock it. So one good thing about these monitors is that they actually don't need any additional software to use. So long as you're using Mac, Windows, DeX, or Switch, you don't need to use any additional software. And sort of what I mentioned before, these can actually be rotated 360 degrees. So you can move them forward, backwards, and left to right for whichever angle you prefer while you're working. So now we're going to be connecting our screen extenders to our laptop. So depending on what sort of computer you have will determine the cords that you use. In our case today, we're using a MacBook, so we're just going to use our Type-C. So of course, you'll have to use one Type-C for each screen extender. In the case that your computer does not have Type-C, you'll have to use HDMI. And if you're using HDMI, you'll also want to use the USB to Type-C cable to power the screen extender from your computer. So now we're going to be connecting our Type-C from our screen extenders into our computer. So lastly, all we need to do is make sure our Type-C is plugged in to our screen extender, and it should power on almost immediately. So now we can see that our three monitors are all in extended mode. This is very useful for me personally during work because you can have three different windows up at the same time. So this is the mirrored mode. This will allow us to have our two screen extenders and our laptop to all display the same. So here we can see for our final mode, we actually have three individual monitors. So here you can see my monitor on the left. I can move independently. Then I also have my monitor here in the middle. And then my monitor here on the right. So if you need to adjust the brightness or the contrast of your monitor, just simply press the button on the side of the screen and it'll open up, and you can see here you can make some easy adjustments. The screen extender also has an additional speaker here on the bottom that you can use as well. So next we're going to be putting everything away. So all you have to do after removing the cables is just lift up a bit on the screens and they'll just pop right out. So when putting our screens back, it's very important that you do it in the right order. Otherwise, it's easy to scratch the glass. So we'll take our right screen and put it in first, face up, and then our left screen will go face down on top. And remember to press them once to lock them into place. And then we'll take our braces, make sure they're rotated back the right way, and slide them down.